Hello, worldly and otherworldly friends. Facebook is now Meta, and the metaverse is joining with, maybe even taking over, our physical universe. That's the news today. Uh, if you've been following my stuff, you understand that I've been talking a lot about precisely this. How, when we look into our mirror, it's called narcissism. When we fall in love with the image of who we are, when we tell people the story of who that image is, and we say it's us, when we convince people to live in the story where we are the main character that we're watching in the mirror, where we can make sure everything about us looks perfect, and how social media profiles, our social media selves, are a mirror reflection of us, a narcissistic mirror reflection of us, which, being a co-creation of ourselves with these massive corporate conglomerations who are creating entire profiles, psychological profiles and histories of ourselves, and are trying to understand ourselves better than we can know our own lives. Uh, we are becoming, our physical bodies are becoming the servo mechanisms, the mere puppets of these mirror reflection internet profiles of ourselves. These, as Derek Kirchhoff calls them, digital twins, which live on the other side of our black mirror. And how are we to gain a critical distance? Where are we to go to regain ourselves and regain control over our identities? To get self-awareness, to free ourselves from the machine? Do we run into nature? Do we burn all of our computers? Do we practice mindfulness? Well, I've got a different approach, and this news today has actually distracted me from my very important work, but it was worth taking the time aside here and now to talk about the metaverse in order to tell you about my new. I've got a long form thing that I'm writing. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but I've got it top down structured, which is momentous. It's the first time I've been able to put something together from the top down according to an outline, and I think I'll be able to keep it to the outline and actually have something that makes sense drafted as, a rough thing that I go into when I polish, and without it spiraling out of control, or without it just being a free flowing thing that flies out of my head, at the speed of my writing or my typing. So we have to have a long historical psychological approach on this. This isn't a phenomenon that's new with computers, or even a phenomenon that's new with a telegraph or the electric environment, any of that stuff. It's a much larger story than that. Again, this myth of narcissists is thousands of years old. You see what I'm saying here? We gotta talk about that, and we will. But for now, some quick and dirty practical advice. Stop dumping your heart and soul and inside story into these machines. If you want to talk to your friends, talk to your friends. Don't let these corporations play silent witness, fly on the wall to your confessions or your shouts of outrage. Don't let these platforms be the platforms for your speaking your mind, or speaking truth to power, or having your say, or doing something. Because more so than having your say, what you're doing is further going into these machines, which are going conversely further deeper into your guts. And the more you build your identity up within the reflection of these digital mirrors, without actually having control over those mirrors themselves, the more problems you're making for yourself. Let's just say I've been having a lot of fun the last few weeks, working my way into something a little more private, something a little more my size, a digital space I can climb into without feeling any loss of control over. That's one hint at sort of my approach to how we handle our relationship with digital technology. I'll get more explicit on that later. Thanks for listening. See you on the flip side. Taking it back, taking that